Back, and here you go, guys. So, good morning, YouTube. Good morning, everyone. This is Bruno. I will be your host today, and I'm here with special people here: Ayla, João Pedro, Ricardo, Mr. Elias, and we're gonna discuss about a topic that for me is really nice to discuss. That is the fear of speak a language, a foreign language.
Yeah.
So I will presenting myself first, and then I will choose the others to do the same, right? So my name is Bruno. I'm 34 years old. I'm married. I live in Sun City, born and raised here. And what else? I have two kids, right? And nowadays I'm preparing myself to to a competition that will take place here in Santos on May. That is the 10 kilometers of Tribuna FM. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
it's a running competition, and I love to I love practice sports. Now I'm more into to running. But I like to work out at home. To make some push-ups. Squats to to keep the shape. I think that it's important. I love to go to the gym, but for a long time I don't go to the gym. And what else? Basically, guys, that's it, right? I'm gonna pass the word for one person here. Let me see here. João, can you present yourself, man, for us, please?
Okay. First, congratulations on attending on this competition. I really appreciate like endurance activities. I pretend to start running when I go back with my exercise. I just took like a few months, stopped, and then I'm going back in the next week because I'm in my parents' house, and I will just start introducing and explain some things. My name is João. I am from Salvador, Bahia, but nowadays I'm living with my fiance in a countryside city next to here. I'm currently in Salvador in my parents' house. I'm going back next week to go back to my routine. I work with software and I've been on Talk and Talk since 2022.
Really nice, man. Thanks for sharing. Really nice. And Mr. Elias, can you present yourself, man, for us, please?
Yes, I'm Elias. I'm 37. I'm married. I have no kids. I have no pets. Because I live in a small flat, then I think it's not a very good place for pets. Um, I work in IT since 2008. It has almost 16 years. And I work from home for an insurance company based on Belo Horizonte, in Minas Gerais. On my free time, I like to watch movies in English to improve my English, but I have to do it more. Um, I also like to work out. I work out 5 days a week from Monday to Friday.
Nice.
And I go to the church too. In the church, I play a musical instrument. It's called the French horn, trompa in Portuguese. Yes, that is about me.
Really nice, man. Really nice words. And thanks for sharing. And what about you, Ayla? Who are you, girl?
Hello, guys. Good morning. I'm Ayla. I'm from Pará. Uh, I'm a mother. Uh, I have one daughter. By the way, today is her birthday. She's turning 26, and it's a good moment for us. And I've been studying English since 2020, and now I've been studying French also here, talk and talk. And for me, it's so good. I so appreciate it to study language. I think it's a good way to improve us. I learned day by day to connect to people, to understand me better too. And I don't know, it's so good for me. I love study languages, so and that's it.
Nice. Really nice, Ayla. Really nice to hear that you are studying another language. I think that we can't be stuck in just one language. We need to learn more, you know. Mainly nowadays because the market demands it from us, so we need to be prepared, for the opportunities and for life, of course. Sometimes we travel, or maybe we we will have this opportunity in the future, so we need to be prepared for it. So really nice, Ayla. Thanks for sharing. And what about you, Lucas? Who are you?
Good morning, guys. I am Lucas. I am 23 years old. I live in São Paulo. I am a pharmacist. I am married. And I like to play video game. I like to play soccer. I like to hang out with my wife and my friends. And I like it. I think it is.
Nice, man. This is your first time here on Talk and Talk, or
No,
you're already part of
just
the community?
yes, I think just your immersion. So
Nice. So welcome, man. Welcome, and it's nice to see you here. I hope that you can come often,
thank
right?
you.
Thanks, thanks for sharing, my friend. And who are you, Yanka?
Yeah, morning, Bruno. Morning, guys. My name is Ianca. I am 27 years old. I am a demographer. I study population. I am living in Campinas, São Paulo, and I have been in here in Talking Talk since November 2023. It seems more time in my head. It seems like 6 months, but it's just 2 or 3. Not long time. And my goal with English is to take a test and maybe go to a conference in Columbus in April. I am really afraid of it. I don't know if the English that I have is enough, or if we speak with natives is different, because in here in Talk and Talk we speak with Brazilian people, and I don't know if it's easier to understand than to speak with a native. I don't know if you have this kind of experience, but I am really afraid of it. Imagine you arriving in the airport in another country and you have to really have this immersion, in another language, everything. I don't know. I'm worried just to have a chip to my cell phone, because in my head, with a chip, you can arrive in every places in the hostel that you are staying. I don't know. But if you have some experience with that, it will be nice to hear and help me. Thank you,
Yeah.
Bruno.
My pleasure, Yanka. And your English is more than enough to communicate with other people, especially people from like other countries, native speakers. Don't be afraid of it, because you will work. And of course, that in the first moment, at the first sight, you will be like a little bit nervous, because it's normal, but then it will flow like naturally, and you will see that it's not that monster. So you're gonna rock for sure. Thanks for sharing, Yanka. And last but not least, Mr. Ricardo. Mr. Ricardo, how are you doing, my friend? I guys, let me just share one thing with you, because last year I was in the shopping mall, and I found Mr. Ricardo there,
Yeah.
with his family. It was a pleasure for me. We just forget to take a picture, right? Because it was special because we always have conversations here, but
Yeah.
we never see each other like in person. And for me, it
Yeah.
was special because he's a good guy, his
Yeah.
family is
My mother
beautiful.
thinks the
So
same.
nice, man.
Ah,
Present
well,
yourself, my friend.
we are neighbors, nah? Because, well,
Yeah,
maybe the people uh, don't know my region, nah? I live at São Vicente and Bruno at Santos, but it's the same island, nah? It's the same.
yeah,
Sometimes
yeah,
the people driving and pass the border in the and anyone don't notice, nah? Because it's the same
yeah,
avenue that there are signs, nah? There are any signs, and so the people didn't notice. And it's a
yeah.
pleasure
That's
for
it.
me because we use it to talk here, but not on live.
Yeah.
So I'm Ricardo. I live at São Vicente, as I told you. I'm married. I have a daughter. I have two little cats. In the well, I'm here again to try and learn English. It's hard, but well, someday maybe I reach this goal.
You already reached this goal, man. No worries about that. Guys, let me tell you something. I will split us in one small room to make the conversation better, right? And 10 or 5 minutes before then, I'm gonna bring you back to know about the experience, right? And basically, that's it. In the small
Yeah.
room, please choose a leader to read the questions, or if you want, everyone can read the questions, like uh, for example, I will read one and then Mr. Elias will read one and so on, right? It's up to you guys. And basically that's it. See you 10 or 5 minutes before the end, right?
Right.
So bye bye and have fun, guys.
Bye bye.
Mm, Maybe that's it, guys. So here we are, and that's it, guys. So if you are here in the main room, you will be with me, right? And as we already introduced ourselves for everyone, let's jump to the second question that is based on the language you know, how prepared do you think you are to speak up? So, but before we answer this question, I would like to know, guys, how many languages do you speak? Just to have in mind, what is the language that you are more used to speak and like the other that you are not so used but you speak a little bit. In my case, I speak English. Like I try to speak English, right? I have my mistakes, but nowadays I don't care so much about it because I know that it's part of the process. And one thing that I'm like noticing, is that I have a baby at home, a baby boy, and I will I will be there for him, like in when it comes to speak up, right? And I will like keep my eyes on him to see the progress, how is it for him, and I will like be by his side. I think that I will learn more than I learned when I had my daughter, because nowadays I'm trying to speak another language. So I think that the process is the same, basically. And I want to see his progress, and maybe I can apply it on my daily basis on my learning process. And like when it happens, I will share with you what I notice about his learning, his learning in Portuguese language. Let's see. I think that is a kind of funny and special because this is an opportunity that you can like be in there, to see the progress. So, and I think that we can apply it on our lives. Of course, that he is a child, he's a baby, but I believe that the process is the same. So basically, that's it. And I'm trying to learn Spanish, and I started the Charles. I started to speak Spanish this year in January. I'm loving to speak Spanish, because it seems that it's everything new for me. Like it seems that I'm in the beginning of everything. It's similar to English when I started, and I'm living the same with Spanish. So for me, it's amazing. And what about you, Ayla? How many languages do you speak?
So I speak in English, not so good, but I try to improve day by day. And now French. I started to study French in April last year. Uh, also here on Talk and Talk, and it's difficult as because it's common, it's a process, and I think it's a personal challenge, and but it's good because when we try and you to improve day by day, you can see oh, now I can speak more, a little more, and I can see my development, and it's good, and it's so exciting. So, and I would like to learn Spanish too. Um, I think I think it's good because there are some people from uh, speak people who native Spanish. I don't know.
Natives, native.
Native Spanish, yeah. And
Yeah,
I think it's a good opportunity to practice. And yeah, I think for me it's more about it.
nice. And based on the language that that is English and French, do you think that you are prepared to speak up? Like English, I know that you speak very, very
English,
well.
yeah, but French, no.
So
French, I need more time. Yeah, I will take my time, and because I confess I like more English than French. I don't know. I think because I speak more English, and
yeah,
when we have difficulty with you tend avoid. But I try to split my time. Oh, it's time to learn more French than English, and yeah, that's it.
nice, nice. Yeah, thanks for sharing. And what about you, João? How many languages do you
Hmm.
speak?
I just speak Portuguese and English. I already tried to learn new languages like French. I downloaded Duolingo, I think in 2018 or 2019. I don't remember exactly. And Japanese when I was like a anime addicted teenager. But there is just a few weeks, and I'm working with software nowadays, but I graduated in engineering. So just in my last year of engineering, I moved to software. So I'm kind of entry level in my career. So I have a lot of things to learn first to prioritize learn another language. So I think that for a while I won't be learning any new languages. And of course, I mean, I'm focused on improving my English currently, and that's it. But I know that it's an amazing experience. When I started learning that languages, it was like revisiting all the way that I speak and that I think before speak. So you also improve a lot of your your way of expressing yourself.
Yeah, nice, man. And let me ask you something, bro. Do you think that you are prepared to use the knowledge that you have in English in other areas of your life, for example, at work, maybe in a travel? What do you think, man?
Okay, I was talking about this with a friend. He asked me if I was prepared, like for technical interviews and those things. I think that uh, for the difficult that it looks like, it's not how it works, because I studied with videos in English. I read articles in English, so all my vocabulary about technical things and work related things is huge. I think in travel I could handle most of the things, but it's funny, but I think that it would be harder than at work or at a technical interview because of this. Like I'm always watching and always reading, so everything is very clear in my mind. But it depends on the situation, of course. In travels, we can always handle in some way.
Nice, man. Nice. I think that you are prepared, based on the way that you speak, you speak in a way like in a smoothie way, and you are fluid, when you speak. So yeah, I believe based on what I'm watching right now, So, and I know that you've been here for some time, on Talking Talk, and I've in other meetings with you and here also. So based on that, I know that you can handle it, man. Nice to hear that, my friend. Thanks for sharing. And you, Yanka, tell me everything, girl. I have more questions for you, but now for a while, how many languages do you speak? And based on on these languages, how prepared do you think you are?
Well, nowadays I speak two languages, three actually, Portuguese, Portuguese. I forgot my native language, okay. But Portuguese, Spanish, and English. Spanish is just under pressure, as I said before,
Yeah.
but I can try. I can me virar, I think. I had this kind of experience, and how prepared I am. I don't know. Spanish. It's a near language of Portuguese. It was nice. It wasn't difficult to speak with natives, for example. But English, I am afraid of not to speak, not only to speak, but to listen, to understand the native speaking, thinking about the velocity that natives speaks, for example, to understand the other. I'm worried about to understand the others speaking
Mhm.
English and to have this communication, this fluid communication. So I don't know if I prepare to speak, I think yes, but prepare to understand, to really understand, and to not just keep saying, could you repeat, please? Oh, speak slowly again and again. I don't know if I am ready at this point yet
Yeah.
in English.
Yeah. I feel you because now, like I had some experience with people that live in another country, to speak with them. And for me was like in the beginning, as I said, was my armpit was sweating a lot. I was sweating all over my body. I was really freaking out, let's say like this. But in the end, everything went well. I could pass my message for the people, and they answer me, and uh, they made questions for me. So like it flow, it flow. But one thing that I that I was thinking when you were talking is about understanding. Like when in one of my experiences talking with other people from other countries, uh, I had some issues with it. Sometimes you don't understand every single word as we understand in Portuguese because we are native speakers in Portuguese. But you don't need to understand everything, right? You just need to understand the meaning, like the essential of the message. You don't need to understand every single word because in the end you will just like you just need to understand what the person is trying to say. As for example, when a person comes to Brazil and this person try to speak Portuguese, for example, of course that this person will not speak correctly or will like this person will not be perfect. And when it comes to listen, it will the same, will be the same because this person will not understand everything. But based on the context, that you are insert, you will like you will understand what is happening and the message that person wants to to transmit to you. So you don't need to understand like 100%. You just need to understand like 80%. That I think that it's enough to move on. So basically that's it. And I will ask you guys a question that is not here on the chat. That is, have you ever felt stuck in a certain level in a language? Because it happens to me all the time. And I was reading about it. It is like the intermediate plateau, that it happens when you feel that you are stuck in a certain point at a language learning, and you can move on. And it's really hard to like to give this step up. Have you ever happened to you? I like,
Yeah, I have,
yeah.
yeah, this feeling. Uh, I don't know. It's complicated sometimes because I think oh it looks like I don't I can't give other steps to improve. It's I don't know. I think I stagnate. It's the feeling, and but I try to I don't know to search or other kind of uh, materials or
Mhm.
videos or podcasts. I think that's the way I can try to push myself more, and especially I listened a podcast, and the guy say, "Oh, you need to understand. You need to worry. It's more important to worry about listen than speaking, because if you could listen well, you can speak. So and it's important, and no want to speak a lot of words perfectly, but to focus on communication, because native English, they don't want to see, don't want to speak you, and they didn't wait. You are speaking so well, all of words, because you are native speaker. So, but if you are able to speak and understand what they are speaking, it's so good for them. So, and I think interesting point, because especially for us as a Brazilian learning, uh, because you want to speak in a perfect way, and it doesn't work like this. So I think it's more important to focus on in our ability to communicate. And but I confess, I feel this way. I stuck in a mediate level, and but after that I try to see. Oh, it's a process, and I think it's important to focus on, if I'm able no understand, I'm able no speak, at least make mistake, but what it's more important, it's to be able for have a communication friendly, for I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice, Ayla. I feel the same sometimes, you know. And nowadays I feel that I'm a little bit like ahead of the intermediate level, you know, but I know that I to get a better conversational level, I need to practice a lot, you know. Yeah. But I think that we all here are like up intermediate, you know, and we just need to practice some exercise in order to make the conversational part better, you know, like reading a lot, make shadow exercise, you know, that is like repeat a phrase or from someone that is speaking, you know. And there are lots of exercise to be better in a speaking part, you know. And there are other skills that I need to practice more, like writing, you know, reading, of course, and listening. That is I believe that listening and writing is my weak spot, you know. I need to improve more these parts. But thanks for sharing, Nyla. And you, João, what do you think, man? Do you feel like this sometimes, like be stuck in a intermediate level, something like that?
I used to feel this more when I was younger because during all my life I made some English courses, but it was not focused on conversation. So my conversation abilities, not only in English, but my communication abilities were uh, worse than nowadays. But I think that after I grow up, first of all, I feel like more self judgment than other people judgment. I participate in an interview that I was asked to speak in English, and then I said that I've already made a lot of courses and my English was very good, like an advanced level. Then I started speaking, and I couldn't speak almost anything. And then, like I was in the middle, I just think with myself, this is very bad. But I will continue. But I'm 100% sure that my English nowadays is not enough. Then I found talk and start practicing. And then I was like I spent almost a year just practicing on talk. So I feel here like a judgment free place to study. And then before my English was very improved, I started doing interviews. And then I realized that people have accent. Like many of my interviewers were from India, from Russia, from Ukraine, so their accent is present. They always say that if you don't understand something, you can just type on the chat or just ask for repeat because they know that is not a clean path for communication. And we also have to know that and have to uh, contribute with the communication process. So speak slowly, try to be clear with difficult words. It's not a problem at all if you just slow down to make the other person that you are talking to listen to you better. And like if the other person don't help you, it just keeps speaking very fast and just showing that I'm native and I'm better, my English is better than yours. These people is completely wrong because he's not caring about the communications. He's just showing their perfect English skills for you.
Nice, man. Really good words to hear. And you said something really interesting about there are people that lives live in other countries, right? And each one of these people, these persons, they have accent, and sometimes we will not understand them, because they are not native speaker. So, like, it's normal. Sometimes we will say something and people will not understand, and that's okay. We just need to find another way to try to transmit the message, So, really nice words, my friend. Really nice. Thanks for
And
sharing.
another thing is that in India, English is an official language. So the
Yeah,
way they speak English, it's like the official way of India to speak in English, and they don't they incorporate this. So they have a lot of content on YouTube speaking in English. They produce a lot of content in English, like writing, and they are 0% afraid of this because it's official. It's just the way it
yeah.
is. There is not
Mhm.
right or wrong if you compare with British or United States English.
Exactly, exactly. You told everything. That's it. Nice words, my friend. Thanks for sharing, bro. And you, Yanka, tell me everything. Open your heart for me, for us. Have you ever felt like this, that you get stuck at a certain point of this learning process? You know.
Yes, actually, I think that I am living this moment, but I am really afraid of regressing. Be stuck, I think it's okay. Imagine if you start to regressing in the things that you have learned. This is
Yeah.
I am worried about it. But I think that the intermediate level, it's the level that we took more time to pass to another level, to the advanced level, I think, because the advanced level is the real fluence. And the intermediate, I think it's a mix of fluency and other things, mistakes and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I think it's normal. We take more time in this level because to consolidate the things that we are learning and to learn more vocabulary. Vocabulary is a big thing because vocabulary is related to several areas, clothes, house, job. There are many vocabularies to learn. So to stabilize ourselves in this level, I think it's the goal. And it's normal to take more time to feel well in this level, to feel confident in this level. I think it's normal, but I'm worried about regressing. Be stuck and learning in the intermediate level, I think it's okay to me, actually.
Yeah. You know what? I have this fear also, you know. I fear to lose all the ability that I acquired so far. And it's something that kind of freaked me out, you know. But nowadays I start to think that we only will lose it if we don't practice it, you know. If we keep practicing, like sometimes we don't have time to study. Okay, we will be like stuck in the same level. But if you don't practice it, that's the thing that you need to be worried about, you know, because you will lose it. It happened to me in the past when I start to like when I was a teenager, I started to learn English, but then I stopped. Of course, that I don't forget everything, you know, but I forget like most of the things, and I needed to recall the things that I learned, you know, before, and then like start to progress, you know, improve. So it is crazy. It's like when you go to the gym, you know, if you don't practice exercise every single day, you will lose it, you know. It's the same. So, but we like, I don't believe that we gonna forget everything, you know. People say that when you get a certain level, like we are native speakers in Portuguese, right? We don't forget, like we can forget something when if we live in another country, but not like everything, you know. And every time that we need to speak, we're gonna speak because it's like it's the language, you know, by itself create a root in you, so you will never forget it, you know, something like that. I don't know if can happen with other languages, but with Portuguese, that is our native language, I think that we're never gonna forget it, you know. I believe. I never try, you know, but I believe. Really nice, guys. Thanks for sharing, Yanka. Nice. Let me see here. Um, question number. Let me see here. Um, okay. I will jump to question number 4 because I think that it's a good one. How do you deal with insecurity when people don't give you a good feedback? You know, a good feedback, like when people don't give you a good feedback, can be something that you say and people don't understand. Maybe it can make you feel like upset, or maybe people can tell you, man, you are not like speak clearly. Can you repeat it? Something like that, you know, or maybe your English or Spanish, whatever you speak is not so good, you know. Have you ever lived situations like this? Ayla, can you tell us a little bit about it?
I think the first moment, it's normal. we feel a little upset about it, make a little nervous. But I think it's a moment when you should keep calm and to try to in another way to understand and to ask for help and to say, oh, sorry, I could understand well. Could you repeat that, please? I think uh, I think in fact I think uh, it could be so normal and you should be prepared for it because it's another language.
Yeah.
It's not our native language, so I learned how to speak native, and it's normal, and but you should accept this limit, but
Yeah.
no to because this no I don't speak more. I will give up because I'm not good. No, no, it's no working this way. I think it's important to try, and when you don't understand, you keep calm, try because it's no easy, and
Yeah.
in the other way to get a good conversation and to try to get a good conversation and to show other to other people to other person you are trying and if they could help you, uh, you I will get it. I think it's like this.
Yeah.
But I think more important it's no to focus on in perfection, and
Yeah.
because we it probably you could be frustrated, and it's no good. And yeah, it's a challenge. It's a challenge for us, and but it's good because we can improve our capacity, our mindset, and when we are able and we achieve it, it's good. It's a good feeling. So, oh, I got it. I and yeah, I think that's the way you can overcome your challenges. So.
That's it. Nice. Nice, Ella. Thanks for sharing. Good words. And you, Yanka, what do you think about it?
I agree with Iowa, totally agree. Now I am really worried about the difference of culture because in here we are more flexible. I think we have more patience to correct someone, to say things like that, to give feedbacks. I don't know how is in with the native English speakers, if they are rude. I like to be corrected. I like to have feedbacks. I prefer. But if it comes in a rude way, in a grosseiro
Hmm.
way, I destabilize myself sometimes. I feel bad. In this moment, I
Yeah.
feel bad about it. And so I'm worried about the cultural thing. And another problem is my self-criticism too. Sometimes I don't need
Yeah.
feedbacks. I criticize myself. I feedback myself sometimes. So in English, it's an exercise of our humbleness. I don't know if this word
Yeah. Yeah.
exists. But we have to be humble because a certain that we have is that we will make mistakes and we will be corrected a lot of times.
Yeah.
Sometimes dumb mistakes. So it's that.
Bianca, your English is rock. Is well, it's my dream reach this level. Go ahead. Don't worry.
I
Don't
told you,
worry.
Yanka. I told you.
Don't worry about it because your English is the best, one of the best that I keep in touch. Go ahead.
Thank
Woohoo!
you.
Nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Good feedback. Thank you very much.
Well,
Yeah. Thanks for sharing, Ricardo, because she needs
yeah,
to hear that. Yeah. Sometimes she thinks that
yeah.
her English is not enough, but I told her that it is more than enough. More than enough. And guys, welcome back to the main room. I The conversation here was awesome, you know. We didn't have time to finish all the questions. I don't know if you finished all the questions. And Ricardo, tell me, how was the conversation, man, for you?
That's nice. That's nice. That's not. It's sometimes it's important when you notice it. Well, the people have problems too. Yeah, that's not good because when you notice that another people is facing troubles, uh, it's not exactly a good feeling. It's better when
Mhm.
you support this person. Well, uh, it's better if you notice that another person don't have problems. But for the other hand, uh, it's nice when you well that's normal. It's part of this process. Yeah. So in this case, and it doesn't matter if you have problems or not, fear or those things. Yeah, sometimes it's necessary to accept and continue on track. Work in progress is part of our lives. Yeah, that's it.
That's it. Nice, really nice words, my friend. And you know what? We think sometimes we think that we are only we are only the only ones that have problem with languages, you know, and maybe some in my case, for example, I think sometimes I don't know, maybe I can have some problem because I don't understand it or that, you know, but not it's not the case, you know, for everyone. I believe that it's just the time that we have. Sometimes we don't have time to study. Sometimes we are not native speakers, you know, so it's hard for us to acquire another language, you know. So I think that we need to be more like not put so much pressure on ourselves, you know, related with this matter. So, and as you said, be patient and accept your mistakes. Try to fix it. You know, that's it. And you, Lucas, how was the conversation, my friend, for you?
No, it was very good. It's very important to hear Ricardo's and Elias' experience. It's a pleasure to know more about it. And I agree with you. It's important to keep patience and calm during our learning. It's a process. We need to improve day by day. And it was a good subject to talk.
Nice, man. Really nice. Thanks for sharing, Lucas. And you, Mr. Elias, how was the conversation, man, for you?
The conversation was great. We shared a lot of things, a lot of ideas, and I saw amazing. But,
No way.
and it's very good to this immersion because sometimes we like in the main sometimes we think my English is not good enough, but sometimes when we share some situations with someone with the people in the room, we can see that okay, I'm not too bad. I'm improving my English. I'm learning, and it's the way. It is my path, my time.
That's it. Very nice words, man. Exactly. I totally agree with you. Very nice words, my friend. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Elias. Good advice, man. And guys, I send you some links, right? The first one is about our site. If you want to apply to another language, feel free, go there. We're gonna be glad to have you all in maybe in a Spanish class, something like that. It's or French one. It's up to it's up to you. And just go there and reserve your spot. And we have our YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the meeting again, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, leave your comment, below. Feel free. And the third one is about our survey. So if you want to make some suggestions, rate us there. We have a score, and you need to choose what you think about the conversation. Please leave your suggestions. If you want to talk about a certain topic, feel free to leave your comment there, right? And the last one is about my my LinkedIn profile. If you want to have me as a friend there, I would be glad to have you on my list of friends there on LinkedIn, list of connections, connection list, wherever. And
Yeah.
guys, basically that's it. I wish you a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you in the next Saturday. Next Saturday, we're gonna talk about um house house renovation, a dream, a dream house, something like that. Yeah, and it's something different, but I think that it's good to try to change a little bit about the words that we
Yeah.
are learning. I think
Yeah.
that is a good way to practice something
Yeah.
different and learn more vocabulary.
Next Saturday is
That's
Carnival.
it.
So if you are alive, if I continue alive until this time,
I
I
will, I
participate.
will, my friend. I will. I will. Thanks. So guys, that's it. I wish you a wonderful weekend and see you in the next meeting. Okay. See you, my
Bye-bye.
Okay,
friends.
everyone.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care.